How can a Unifi business consultant bring Raju more customers?
Let's unify business.
That's right. It starts with getting his business online and giving his career the spotlight it deserves with Unifi digital marketing solutions. So he can go from a sidewalk stall to viral sensation. City needs to bridge the gap between her business and her customers.
Let's unify business.
With tailor-made solutions, she can now connect with her customers anytime, anywhere, through live video calls while having all their information at her fingertips via the cloud. Easy, isn't it? Transform your business with Unifi Business, your preferred digital partner. Get up to 50% savings with the SME Digitalization Grant. Let's unify business today. How can a Unifi business consultant help Cindy manage multiple sales channels?
Let's unify business.
Exactly! Now she can save time and cost by managing various e-commerce and retail platforms, all integrated with Unifi e-commerce hub. And to help Cindy accelerate her business expansion plans,
let's unify business.
yeah! Look how her business has grown! From a single shop to a household brand, using Unifi Business Solutions. Transform your business with Unifi Business, your preferred digital partner. Get up to 50% savings with the SME Digitalization Grant. Let's unify business today.
Many SMEs always have a little bit of fear, okay, especially SMEs where when their data is in the cloud, should we really be worried at all? Because right now it's so common, everything is on cloud already. So are we over worried, or should we really should actually allow our information to be on cloud, so to reduce our cost, for us to be able to access it anywhere? So later on we discuss about it. Let me introduce myself for those who have come in for the first time. I'm King Tik, your host and moderator. I'm the managing consultant of Bizgear Brand and Marketing Group. I'm also the initiator of this program, Smart Forward. Now, Smart Forward is a collaborative initiative to accelerate the journey towards smart manufacturing. The objective of Smart Forward is to address manufacturers' concerns and challenges to adopt the Industry 4.0. Businesses can get Industry 4.0 related articles, case studies, events, solutions from our web portal, smartforward.my. It's smart numerical 4 WRD.my. And also we issue out bi-weekly newsletter to keep the SMEs well informed of the trend, solutions, and also policies on the Industry 4.0. Smart Forward also organized webinar like what we have today, our web forum, corporate visit, okay, surveys, consultation services to bridge the gap of SMEs embarking into their smart manufacturing journey. So for SMEs who do not know what to do, where to go, where to start, you all can actually put down your questions, or you log on to the smartforward.my to ask some of the service provider over there. Now, in our last series, the 8th series, we have invited the HRD Corp and SHRDC to share with us the benefit of the Rise Forward, which is the 25,000 ringgit fully funded incentive to train our people to be ready for Industry 4.0. Okay, I hope most, if not all, of the Industry Forward Readiness Assessment recipients has captured the opportunity to apply and benefit from it. For those who miss it, you can view it in our Smart Forward YouTube. So we have one YouTube channel which we have put in or consolidate our past series of the web forum. We have also consolidated quite a number of the case study that has been implemented by SMEs, and of course some of the application of the technology by the Industry 4.0 drivers as well. Now, without further ado, let me introduce to you today's panelists. Now, first we have our Encik Maznan Deraman. Okay, Encik Maznan. Now, he is the General Manager for the SME medium business. Okay, he's from Unifi business. He's a person, okay, who is in passion in the state of the art of the IoT, AI-driven smart services, and of course, right now, 5G. Now, Maznan is the key man, I will say, key man who formulate the strategies and programs to accelerate the SME adoption in Industry 4.0. Whenever I have a conversation with him, every time we also say about why not the SMEs are not embarking into the Industry 4.0 or the smart manufacturing, whereby the whole world is doing that already. What is stopping our Malaysian SME? How can we help these SMEs to progress and be competitive in the international arena? So we are very grateful that we have Encik Maznan today with us. Now, then we have our second panelist as well. Our second panelist is Miss Kwan Foong. Miss Kwan, okay, say hello. She is the managing consultant of Huawei Technologies Malaysia Sdn Bhd. Okay, Huawei has been contributing towards our Malaysian technology digital transformation in Malaysia for quite some time already. And Miss Kwan, for the last 8 years in Huawei, as the managing business consulting role for fixed, mobile, and cloud for marketing and networking technology, streams on new technology, global case references, solution. Okay, basically, I'm not going to read all this, but basically, if you're talking about adoption of Industry 4.0, how can you actually use the relevant technology to increase the competitiveness, increase the productivity of your manufacturing? She is the lady. Okay, so she will be able to share with you how can you best use Industry 4.0 technology to benefit and to grow your manufacturing operation. Now, let's get our forum started. But today there will be no slides. Okay, this is my request to Encik Maznan and also Kwan, that always for the past sessions we have the slides. Basically, we brief. Yeah, it is a lot of educational message there. But this would be today would be our second last session. I want to make it more interesting, that we can challenge each other, okay, about our perspective towards the adoption of the Industry 4.0 among the SMEs manufacturers. So I hope we won't be fighting online later on, Kwan and Maznan. I always challenge a lot of the ideas and the perspective, despite that I know that many of the participants over here would love to see us fighting with each other, having the drama over here, but I hope we will not. We will have a lot of the constructive discussion over here. And for the participants, please, during our discussion, okay, please do put in your thoughts, your questions into the chat box. Now, our intention is to have engagement with you. So if you have any areas that you are not sure, you need some clarity for you to move forward to embark into this journey, by all means, be it is a technology questions, be it as a funding government policy questions, be it as a connectivity, or be it as a people or the mindset, whichever questions that you have in mind, please put it into the chat box, because what we want is that we want to discuss about your issues. That is our objective over here. Okay, now Maznan and Kwan, let's get started. First, I would like to ask Encik Maznan. Now, most of us know Unifi. Okay, Unifi, of course, the connectivity, okay, internet access. And then for the past 2 years, Unifi did a lot of the advertisement on this SME digitalization grant. Okay, also, but and the thing is that a lot of people does not know or not aware that or ignorant that actually Unifi business have a lot of involvement in Industry 4.0. Can you please share with us how Unifi business involved and what are the roles and what are the programs that has been in place for the Industry 4.0? Encik Maznan.
Thanks, Kentai. I think it's a very good introduction and I set the scene, right? For the purpose of our webinar today. This is 9th series already. I didn't catch up with the first few series, but I know what's happening, what Bisphere and Kentai are doing to promote the adoption of smart manufacturing for our beloved smart manufacturers out there, the SMEs. Yeah, good to know also some of the participants coming from non-SME, but I think the curiosity, also the passion about helping each other, I think that's the spirit. And yeah, when you say that normally people associate us at TM or Unifi with connectivity, that's a norm, that's a fact that we have to accept. We have been in the industry for the past 100 years. For information, we are the truly national company ever existing in Malaysia. Then we are going to support not only SME, also the fellow citizen, the large enterprises, and also our country economic growth. So when we talk about smart manufacturing, of course, I guess our prior discussion, we know that the awareness, the things about smart manufacturing, I guess the awareness is there already. People know about it, right? But the question now, what should we do with putting people the interest and then the agency to start embarking and then start to do small things and then reap the benefits? So our role here at Unifi, besides providing the secure connectivity, the cloud infrastructure, the digital infrastructure, actually we have three main program or things that we can support fellow SMEs, especially those in manufacturing area. We have 60 or 50 nationwide account managers that located every corner of the country, where you can touch base with them, have engagement with them, where they have the consultative skills and also expertise to understand what sort of requirement that can help you. So this is where we have the strength, where we can help you in terms of putting in the right solutions, understanding the journey itself, where you should start with the journey in terms of the strategy and whatnot. So this is something that we have currently in Unifi. You can access to these resources nationwide. Of course, you can touch base with me if you wanted to know, let's say in Sabah, who can you contact our local account managers to talk about your digitalization journey. That's number one. Number two, we also provide the full spectrum of digital solutions. When you talk about solutions, it doesn't touch only connectivity, the platform itself to host the set of application or solutions that you wanted to use for your organization or manufacturing company, and also the partners that we bring in to provide that technological solution. So we are the one that gather all this information, taking back the requirements that we gather from the consultative section with our customer, then putting in the solution and serve and support for you. The third part is our collaborative ecosystem partners. Together with Bisphere, we are doing a lot of promotional, discussing about new ideas, setting up case studies, the successful entrepreneurs or manufacturers who have done this, and then get them on board and then share the ideas and how they have done it. So these are collaborative activities we also do as part of promoting IR 4.0 to fellow SMEs in Malaysia. I think that's to start with what we are doing beyond connectivity, Kentai, and then perhaps we can continue with further discussion. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you very much. Now, the thing is that, Encik Maznan, I know that Unifi Business has been actually partnering with Huawei, okay, technologies in many projects and digitalization programs for the SMEs. Can you enlighten us how this partnership works and what is expected out from this partnership?
Okay, I think that's a good question. Many people know that we partner with everyone. Huawei is one of the good partner to us. Thank you, Kwan, for having us on board as one of the esteemed partners. Definitely, Huawei comes with a great technology behind them. One of it is the cloud technology. So definitely we have the infrastructure data center in Malaysia. We have 7 in fact. 2 is a twin core data center. So if you wanted to host things like wanted to serve the global market, we have locally in Malaysia the big data center here. So cloud computing is one of the major solutions or product that we work closely with Huawei. So we have Alpha Edge, the brand name of our cloud infrastructure in TM. So that's number 1. Number 2, we also partner with Huawei to bring all of the best solutions that they have developed for their customers in China and the rest of the world. So here, you don't have to go to look for that solutions outside of the country. You can just come to us. Together with Huawei, we can bring those solutions to Malaysia. That's number 2. Number 3, we also have proof of value or proof of concept activity where we work with interested customers who wanted to tease or to taste the solution that they were about to embark on. So this is also the program that we are working with Huawei to bring forward those ideas into reality, to run few POC, and then we will embark further in terms of the real implementation. So I think that's the 3 major things that we are doing now. The expected outcomes, definitely we wanted to grow our customers to make them successful. So that's our basic KPI basically.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much, Maznan. Now, the thing is that I own a Huawei mobile phone, but I know only very little about the Huawei technologies, how it has actually supporting the Malaysian SME, because I was the national vice president for the SME Association Malaysia. We do involve in a lot of engagement, and we see Huawei here and there. When we attend the event on MNEC, Huawei is there. When we attend the event on manufacturing, Huawei is there. So Huawei is everywhere. Okay, but what exactly does the Huawei do or involved in that relates to Industry 4, that what is Huawei doing and what can the SMEs benefit from Huawei? Kwan?
Hi, thank you, Kente. Okay, so thank you very much for supporting us by owning a Huawei mobile phone. But Huawei mobile phone is just one of our business group on the consumer business group. Instead, Huawei have actually 4 different business group and 1 business unit. So when we talk about Industry 4.0, we understand that we refer to 9 different pillars, like including toast big data, augmented reality, simulation, Internet of Things, cloud computing, cyber security, system integration, additive manufacturing, and also autonomous system. So when we talk about all these 9 pillars, actually Huawei involvement on this is almost all of this. So like for example, in manufacturing, we have main 4 key processes. One is the R&D, production, supplier, and lastly is the sales and services, right? So in terms of the R&D, so when give an example, like for example, they want to research one of the good product with a good quality, so they may require to use some of the IoT sensors, like for example, the camera object recognition, the sensor monitoring on the nutrient, on the livestock and environment sensor, etc. So all this information will be put into a area where we actually just now mentioned by Maznan on the cloud. So this cloud have all this big data information and how we actually want to utilize all this information to do the analysis, to do a proactive maintenance, to improve the efficiency of the operation. So in this way also improve the quality as well. Then strengthen the business and the informed to decision making for the SME customer. So this is one of the what is our role here.
Okay, but Kwan, the thing is that I have actually, because I'm also one of the technical committee for the Industry Forward Readiness Assessment Program, and we saw a lot of cases that that a lot of SMEs they still have a little bit of fear. The fear factor is there that whether when I want to embark into the Industry 4.0, should I have a server on premises, or should I get the data to be sent to the cloud? There's always this discussion because we question, I as a committee, we question is that why do you need to spend so much money to buy the server? and then also that you might need a technical person to manage the server as well, whereby SME, most of them might not even have an IT department or IT personnel. But the SMEs always responded that, hey, I'm not too sure all my information to be on the cloud, safe or not safe, and so forth. So these are the things that is stopping them. So maybe, Kwan, you would like to share some lights that actually cloud is something that is we should go and get it rather than on-prem or what? How should we decide whether it should be on-prem or cloud?
Okay, so this is a very good question. Okay, so how secure you consider cloud computing to be widely depend on how secure your existing system are. So in-house system managed by a team with many other things to worry about are likely more leaky than system monitored by cloud provider engineers and dedicated to providing that infrastructure, right?
Okay. Yeah, because the thing is that they still see that they have no control. You see, SMEs is always like that. SME, like even we also do outsource marketing. Outsource marketing, they said, okay, we will work on and manage your marketing and branding, but we will not in your office. They said, wow, you're not in my office. Are you working or not? Okay. So SME is always said, yeah, you have the data center and you have the cloud facilities. Do you really maintain it? Is it really secure and so forth? They still do not have the confidence. In your opinion, if I need your help right now, if I go to the SMEs, I will want them to actually, please, Mr. Tan, you should go for the cloud. What are the three key reasons, strong reasons that I should give it to them so that they would have a peace of mind?
Okay, three key reasons. So from here, I would think is okay, flexibility and scalable.
Okay.
Then the other one is a better insight for the big data.
Okay. Now, so true enough, because from my engagement with the other service provider is that there are only limited things that you can do when the service is on-prem. But when it's cloud, when there's a lot of updating, a lot of the patches can be done, a lot of them can be done easily, and it does save a lot of cost, save a lot of manpower. And frankly, a lot of them also tell me that it's even more secure than you put it on-prem, because on-prem there will be risk of fire, there will be risk on the theft, there will be risk on that someone just pull the plug because, well, we are SMEs, our policy is not actually enforced so strongly. This is the things, but maybe Maznan, you want to share your thoughts as well.
Yeah, I think a great question, and then it's quite common sense when people decide that they listen too much, right? Go to cloud, right? But when the decision need to be done, they still say, well, let's wait and see, right? So the thing is, you just imagine this. I mean, you put it right just now. Many SME doesn't have like IT personnel or competent IT personnel. They could have, but they don't have real competency, the right skill set, knowledge, how to do things better, faster, and securely. And I can only talk with the experience that we are doing here at PM. There's one visit that we have done with a customer coming from manufacturing. They are producing apparel for school children. They are starting to seeing how to optimize their warehouse. Before this, they have like 6 warehouses nationwide. They have trimmed it down to only 3, central, southern, and northern. And they start seeing the importance of data-driven decision making. So they asked us, can we go and visit your data center just to get a feel? So yeah, I was there to facilitate and also moderate the discussion. And then we did a brief introduction and also explanation. It's like a ministry-like presentation because it's short, brief, and sweet. explaining about why data center business is important, how we secure our data center with a top-notch security level, how the physical security, you have to enter like 9 steps of physical security before you can enter the server or to see your server in the data center, and how our competent personnel working 24/7, not only for the IT personnel, but also the chargeman, the guard, everything. So physical, software, in terms of the standards, we comply to all the Bank Negara regulation. For SME to use this as a fraction of a cost, it's a no-brainer, right? So that's number one. I think cloud is something is solid, mature technology, peace of mind if you wanted to go, but choose the right partner. There's a lot of cloud provider out there could be offering cheap solution, but you can't guarantee in terms of security. But at least I can only, can that.
Correct, because that is what we face, because when we evaluate some of the cases, some of the recommendation when they come in for the proposal, the cloud is only like 100 ringgit or 200 ringgit, that kind of cloud. And there are cloud that is 10,000, 20,000. So I'm not a technical person. So that's why that how to choose, you see, that's why they say that we must choose the right partner. That is very, very key, you see, for us to be very, very secure. So no recommendation.
Yeah, my recommendation, like I said, talk to the right advisor first before you start even thinking of putting your investment. This advisor should be neutral, non-biased. It's purely to give you some idea. And then based on that idea, I guess this is the forum whereby we share the best practices, listen for new things that could be relate to the concern that we have, and then start deciding and start a small step. Then the most important thing, I think, the things that we're going to cover in our next, to be discussion, is about the strategy. You need to know what you wanted to achieve, right? Before you even decide to do what you need to do. So I guess that's super important. And luckily here, we in Malaysia, we have all the access, resources, capability, talents, solutions. It's just that you need to start making that decision. Don't be afraid. Cloud is safe. That's one thing that I can assure. At least TM Cloud.
Okay, great. Now, again, I always make this error or mistake. I always forgotten that my team member just messaged me that I forgotten to take a group photo. Okay, now I would appreciate if all the participants would be able to be so kind to open up your video. Let us see who you are, your handsome faces, your pretty faces, your pretty smiles, so that we can have a group photo. And continuously, please put in your questions. So right now, please open up your video, please. Let us see our friends over here who are inside here. So the next time when we go out, we see any one of you. My memory is also good, so I cannot remember names, but faces I might be able to remember better. So please open up your your video, so that my colleague Ivan can actually take a group photo. I would actually pass the session to Ivan or Weiling to coordinate this.
Hello, thank you, Mr. Yap. Yes, so everyone please turn on your cameras so that we can all take the group photo. And since there's actually quite a number of people here, I do need to take the screenshot 3 times. So yeah, please hold your positions after I've taken the first and second screenshot.
Yeah, keep your smiles there. Well, I can see some of you still with the mask. It's okay, keep safe. Okay. I can see some of you are outside at a cafe or kopitiam. Very good. I can see Malaysian right now. When we learn anyway, also we can learn. Okay. I'm very happy that everyone is spending time to come over here. Yeah. Ivan.
All right, hang on. There's still quite a number of people who have not turned on their cameras. So yeah, if possible, could you please turn it on?
Yeah, let me Sham, HM, Dr. Sarina, Raymond, Vian Rao, Chen, Harry, TCC, Tang, Adha, Vivian Yao, Seming Amni, Rukumani, Kaslimi. Okay, just take the photo because some of them will be very shy, Ivan. We have to acknowledge that Malaysians are very shy people.
All right, all right. All right, if
Yeah.
that's the case, then I'll just proceed with the photo. Lah. All right.
Yes.
Everybody
very much.
smiles, get ready. 3, 2, 1. Okay. I will now be going to the second page. Okay, page 2, 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay, very nice.
Okay.
And now last page, yeah, get ready. 3, 2, 1. All right. Thank you everyone for your cooperation. Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Ivan.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, before we proceed, please, for the participants over here, if you have any questions about the cloud, any questions about your adoption journey, please, we really want to hear from you. What are your story as well? Okay, please put it in your comments, whether it's good or bad. We will be taking the topics to be deliberated, to be discussed, and so forth. Now, let's proceed with some of the dialogue over here. Now, our topic of the day is about innovation in manufacturing approach with the Industry 4.0. But before we go to that, I want to talk a little bit more on the practical topic, which is the adoption of Industry 4.0 in SME manufacturing. Now, we have actually shared a number of different kind of the solutions that the SMEs can adopt in our previous session. We have also brought in a number of the SMEs who have embarked into the smart manufacturing journey. Yet, until today, I'm still hearing a lot of the SMEs still having doubts of whether I should or whether I should not embark into the journey. Now, the thing is that it is already a global trend and demanding that demand all the manufacturers to advance themselves already. Government have a dedicated policy and grants as well to support the project implementation. Industry 4.0 solutions are available, as what Maznan mentioned. The Unifi business have actually aggregated quite a number of very good proven solutions as well, both from the local and from the foreign tech. Okay, as well as the ROI, return on investment, can be easily calculated because the wastage of your utility, power, your wastage of your human resources, your quality, your defects, all can be saved if you embark into the Industry 4. And this involves data, and you can see it in a very tangible manner, not like what I am in right now. We are a branding consultant that when customer asks us how to measure, sometimes it's not so easy to measure branding as well. But Industry 4, it can be measured easily. But yet the adoption level is still, I would say, still low. If even with the to share some data, with the Industry Forward Readiness Assessment Program, there are approximately 1,200 companies being assessed. Right now, there are approximately about 218 companies which has been granted the intervention fund up to 500,000 ringgit as a grant. But we don't see a high number of them already starting the project. Now, why is that so? Yeah. How does your company... The thing is that, Maznan, how would Unifi business be able to help the whole SME Industry 4 business ecosystem to accelerate the adoption? I would ask Maznan first. Following, then Kwan, I would want to have your perception as well, your perspective, because you might also have some of the experience of how China has done it. Why China, everyone, without any doubts, they got the move towards it, but why Malaysia is not doing it? I would like to hear from both of you on what's your perspective. We start with Maznan.
Thank you, Kenta. I think a good question and reflection, perhaps for everyone of us here, because I guess every one of us play important role. To embark onto a smart journey, whatever vertical industry you are, be it you are in real estate, in oil and gas, or perhaps in manufacturing, it's about understanding the purpose. Similar to expectation by us as a parent, to make sure all our kids become successful, right? Intelligent, got good jobs, married, beautiful wives. For me, because I have six sons, so beautiful wives. So,
Okay.
yeah. So I guess the first thing, Kenta, in my personal opinion, to get the top decision maker buy-in. I think we discussed about this, right? To get a buy-in is important because if you talk to IT managers or operation managers, definitely they wanted to have a more efficient way of doing things. But it goes back to the cost benefit analysis. And those decision makers need to make decision. This is a bold move that we have to take. The rest of the businesses in other countries have embarked on this and then see the benefits. But still, here in Malaysia, we still feel the legacy way of doing things still safe. That's number one. Number two, I guess we know that there's a pocket of activities happening in the industry 4.0 among SMEs. For instance, I've spoken to one of a big local automotive company in Malaysia, where we help them in terms of the cloud computing adoptions, things to do with their digital journey. They have umbrella program where local SMEs supporting them to produce, local OEM parts to this company. However, the things that they are facing in terms of a lack of supply when they wanted to increase the production, but still the sourcing part must come from production line from local SMEs manufacturers. So when they figure out, one of the things is definitely it's during NCO because of lack of labor. Not many people are allowed to go to a factory, right? That's first thing. Secondly, in terms of the automation, they still use a lot of manual driven processes in the production line. So that limits the number of finished product that can produce. So just imagine if they can increase by 10% or 20%, they can meet the demand by larger corporation that really require that part. So automatically, like you said, the data will show the ROI. So that's the beauty of implementing right now smart manufacturing or IF 4.0 for your benefits, not for the other people. So to get the case studies or the success stories is also important for them to learn, to go there and then visit, and then see how actually the benefits can be realized. Number three, I guess, could be the fallback plan. If anything goes wrong, what's going to happen? So this is another area I think we should also help them. If you venture into digitalization journey, the fallback plan is in terms of digital asset itself, right? So if you do it manual, let's say you are the expert, Kentak, you work with me, suddenly you fall sick. I don't have any fallback plan because I have to wait for you to become better and come back to do your job, right? But when you do this, all the processing, because digital is about transformation is about people, process, and technology, right? So all this can be converted into digital twin. The processes can be fully automated. The only thing that the person that need to man all the processes need to be a real human. But that also can be replaced by robotics. Implementation, right? So that's another thing that you can think of the benefit of putting that as your fallback plan. The final one, in my personal opinion, is in terms of talent and also support. So like we just mentioned just now, there's not many local talents or internal talent inside the company to man all these, things that so advanced or things that they don't really understand. They are just a normal user, how to cope with those technology refresh and whatnot, right? So this is where we can come in as trusted partner. We bring those, clear explanation of how to go about, provide the support, and then come back to them if they wanted to scale it up. So I guess if we can address those fundamental questions and concerns, we can see the adoption rate become smoother or faster. Thank you.
But the thing is that a lot of the companies, despite that, well, let's say for example, I know that the cost benefit analysis, yeah, if I invest 200,000, but within 1 year I will get the ROI ready, possibly. Then we have the case study. A lot of companies already started and have benefited. And then my people right now, sometimes like let's say King Tae, last night I have argument with the wife, then today didn't work very well. It's happening, and if I actually move it into a more automated or data-driven kind of the management, then less risk is there. They acknowledge. Then also there's a grant that government offer, but I don't have the money. Despite you have a grant, I still need to spend first. So, is Industry 4 affordable for SME? Kwan, you can also share with us, or Maznan, any one of you. Is it really affordable for SMEs? A lot of the SMEs still think that it's not affordable. What's your thoughts?
Perhaps Kwan, you take it first. Then if I can
Kwan?
just add in. Yep.
Okay, so I would say that the SME might need to change their new mindset. So as the industry goes digital, the new business model, new entities such as industry knowledge platform are emerging. So the standard will play a different role, like you mentioned, just like in this kind of environment. So to adopt, we need to change our mindset, proactively anticipate, analyze the future direction and pattern of the industry development, so that this will shape the new ecosystem value change and the keynote and the role of different players. Then the second one will be a new cooperation. So in terms of the new cooperation, we need to cooperate with a partner with different industry and domain. Then if we are to adapt the needs and characteristics of each of these industries, then this is the only way that we build a stronger the ecosystem faster and make the progress in the industry digitalization faster. Then the last is the new trust. So the trust will be the data can create a value when it's converted to knowledge and asset, right? So this will create a new system where which value is created and shared with multiple parties. This means that we need to establish the principle and framework for trustworthy and secure this digital governance.
Yeah, but the thing is that for SME, let's be practical again. I'm always a practical person for the SMEs. That, well, Kwan, what you mentioned over there, yeah, it's good to have involve the whole industry, the collaboration here and there. But right now, especially after the COVID, I think that it's time for me to think for myself first.
Yeah.
Okay, if I cannot see the benefit for myself, I cannot see the benefit for the whole ecosystem. So that is what troubling the SMEs. Maybe Maznan can share your thoughts in terms of give them no reason not to embark into the smart manufacturing.
I think I like the concept where you think just now, be practical, right? So we can talk about, I mean, government has put up the policy, smart policy. We have done readiness assessment, right? That technology is there. Okay, now the question, if we put ourselves in the shoes of this business owner, manufacturing owner, I don't think they don't realize that they need to move on to the digital journey because they have been affected during MCO.
Correct.
Right? In terms of the supply chain, the ecosystem, the whatever that you are supposed to set it up before MCO, you are not doing that. There you go. During MCO, everyone affected. Okay, the question now, I think in Malaysia, we used to get to know, I mean, the term cooperative or gotong royong. Okay, for SME, if we can move this idea, get together, and then share the resources. It's similar to what government have done, right? They pave the road, then you share the road. You have to make sure you use the road rightfully, not to do those naughty things on the road. And the benefits goes back to everyone. So I guess if we can use the technology, because there are technology that's called as acts as a service, like a platform as a service, software as a service, and also the business model that support this as a service terminology. So we can have like a cooperative platform. Perhaps this sphere has so bright ideas on how to brand, right? So you put that resource onto this platform. PM has the digital infrastructure, connectivity, cybersecurity, cloud computing, everything. We have this massive infrastructure that ready to serve you. We put onto this platform. And those players comes in as a cooperative contributor. And then the end user, which is the SME, that feel this is not affordable for me previously. Now it gets affordable because you just pay for what you use. So this consumption-based business model could be something that we have to put in place to help fellow SMEs to start adopting it. Thank you. Okay, good. Now, then let me do a poll over here. Now, for the participants over here, based on what Encik Maznan has mentioned, well, if let's say I want to just put this idea, if we're gonna set up a group or an association, maybe that we gather all the SMEs who is embarking into the industry 4.0, or they have interest to embark into the industry 4.0. We pull this group of SME in, and then in this association, we also gather the solutions provider, the ecosystem together in this association. Would you think that such kind of the groupings would be beneficial to you and you would join or not? So for the participants, we have about 60 over participants over here. I want to make a poll right now. If you think that it is something that is good, then maybe this year we can initiate it. Okay, so if you say that, yes, I think that if we gather the SMEs together to exchange ideas, to exchange experience, and we will be able to be met with the solution provider in an association for the best of the group of the whole ecosystem, then you write in the chat box why. If you don't think that this works, you say that, well, this is another association, no point of doing it. Okay, you just namesake only. Then King Tech is only go up there to talk, then don't benefit me. Then you write no. Then you write no. So you said N. Okay. So why is a supportive of this initiative? And you said that it wouldn't work. So let me see your answers over here. We move a little bit slower. We give you opportunity for you to fill it in. Let me see in the chat box. Please, everyone, we have quite a number of us over here. We have shared so much for the 9 series. We have spent so much time on it. The least that I can ask for is just for your response. So please do put in your response before we carry on, because if not, I won't carry on with the discussion. Okay, let's see more. We have, yes, SME to learn from each other, or avoiding to reinvent the wheel. Yeah, I totally agree. Okay, Peter say yes. Rao say yes, yes, yes. Okay, all why? Okay, good. Coming more. It's still less than half. Less than half, meaning the balance of it will be no or no idea or so forth. Now, because this is very important, whenever, let's say, for example, Huawei, TM, and Bisphere, for us, we are initiating all this. It's not that there will be definite business for us. No, I am in branding. Okay, Industry 4 is not my business. But the thing is that why do we spend so much time in all these initiatives to share? It's because that we see the high potential of this smart manufacturing that would spur the growth of our manufacturers, and at the end spur the growth of our nation, and we as citizens of this Malaysia, we will all benefit. Okay, now but if, let's say, for example, if we spend so much time doing something initiative, but there's no participation, I go out and say that, okay, right now, come in, join us. Semua orang duduk, tak mau bergerak, and they say that, hey, to pay 100 or 200 member fees, terlalu expensive lah. Then it cannot operate, because King Tech also, or Bisphere also, we need funds to actually run all this initiative. So I hope you all understand that. Well, I don't see any end over here. All of them is yes. So it gives me a good motivation.
So Kwan and Maznan, I think that we cannot delay our meeting.
Yes.
I think we need to really forward this
Yeah.
initiative very soon.
I think it's a common sense thing, right? Everyone wanted to be better, but we know that if you do it alone, you can only go faster. But if you want to go, I mean, go big and do things in great magnitude, you have to do together. So I think, good response from participants. Thank you. So, Kentek,
Thank you.
Cannot delay this anymore.
Yeah, cannot delay this anymore. Now, right now, I want to go to Kwan. Now, Kwan, Huawei has your footprint in the global market. Okay, different culture, different maturity in terms of economy of different countries. Now, Malaysia right now, from what I know is that, well, it is encouraging. More and more of the companies are starting to have interest, if they are, even though they might not be embarking on it, but their interest is there. But let's talk about little about China and Malaysia. You might have seen how China has done it and how Malaysia has done it. Can you share some of the project experience of any of the company that has benefited from the Industry 4.0? Yeah.
Okay. So from China, we understand that China, they have a very good government policy where actually adopt this kind of AR 4.0 into a future technology. So one of the cases I would like to share here is more towards on the iron and steel manufacturing company in one of the province called Liaoning. So this manufacturing company, as we know, that to produce the iron and steel, there are a lot of things, hard work that need to be done. So one of the example thing they have done is using the AR remote assisting to do the inspection. Right? Then the secondly is the steel transfer from one location to another location with a more automated way. And then third is the production line monitoring. So they actually can check whether the steel that produced is we do a very good quality or not. Then then the fourth is robotic checking, spot check and monitoring the entire whole process through the either using the video surveillance. And then lastly is on an unattended warehouse. So the robotic actually could transfer from one item to another area unattendedly. So
no human intervention at all.
Yes, unattended warehouse. So this is one of the cases. Secondly will be, actually we have a lot of number of cases. So today I just pick up one or two only. Then the secondly is more towards on a food production company. So food production company, example, let's say this company actually is in local Malaysia, and okay, for example, if you like to eat curry, so we may not know whether this chili is spicy or not spicy, right? So maybe from the shade, the color of the chili is getting more red. We thought it's very spicy. So this company actually utilized one of the cloud AI modeling. So to train the model to identify, to recognize what type of chili is a good or bad chili. So then from here, they actually can improve and improve the quality of the spices itself. So this is one of the cases that we have locally here. Yeah, this is my short sharing on this part.
Because the local company that you said use the AI, everything was hosted in the cloud, I believe. Kwan?
Yes, correct. So they just utilize one of the module called Model Us to do the AI intelligence and then the image recognition of the chili.
So we do have local use cases that already implemented, right, here in Malaysia.
Yes, correct. So
otherwise
actually,
we have to go to China to see the steel manufacturing company then.
Yes.
Unattended automated factory.
Yes.
Yeah, so it is very good. You see, this kind of thing is that we always see it in TV, we always see it in news, and we always imagine that this surely will be on the Western country or in China. It's not available in Malaysia. We Malaysia might not be able to achieve it, but it does. It has already happened in Malaysia, right? So if our fellow Malaysian can do it, I'm sure any one of us over here who are here today, we are able to do the same thing. Now, the thing is that, Ms. Kwan, it sounds to me, again, it sounds to me that a lot of effort need to be go in to actually start this initiative. But there are so much uncertainty, and what just now Maznan mentioned is that in order to embark into this journey, we need a lot of the talent. SME, you see, who are the management? The boss himself, not the owner. Then after that, the second liner will be the executive already. A lot of them might be that. They might have some supervisor and so forth. So to embark in this journey, in this journey, is there anything that Huawei would be able to allow the SME to see more of the adoption? I understand that you from the previous discussion, you mentioned that there is a experience center or something like that. Or Huawei Experience Center. Can you brief us about that? I think TM also have some solutions experience center, right? Maybe later on, Injik Maznan might wanted to share with us as well.
Sure.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Huawei we have a customer, because CSIC Customer Solution Innovation Center currently located in Jalan Tun Razak, level 33 at the Intermart Mall. So welcome if let's say you are interested to visit our experience center. We actually cover entire Huawei end-to-end, all our business group from the connectivity, cloud, enterprise, consumer, and also digital power.
Do we need to make appointment or anyone can just walk in?
Oh, actually, it's not open to public. It's invited customer. Yeah.
Can Smart Forward be invited?
Yes, of course.
Okay, now then before we go to Maznan, for participants who are interested to go for this experience visit, food and why, so that I know how many of you interested, then maybe what we will do is that Smart Forward, we will initiate it, and because you cannot go by yourself, you can only go if it's invited, and Smart Forward is invited, so it's a privilege right now. So if you're interested, put why. If there's no one putting why over there, then I won't organize this. Okay. Now then, what about Maznan?
Yeah. Yes, we do have experience center, but to showcase a full range of smart services, not only for smart manufacturing. And if you visit to one of our the line of business who are managing these smart services for us, TM1, the website, we also have the virtual reality 360-degree virtual visit that you don't have to physically be there.
Okay.
To have that, and then if you have like 360-degree VR goggle, you can really experience being there. So yes, you can either do it virtually, visit our experience center, or you can also discuss with our marketing team to have that visit. Yeah, we do accept public, but invited public, similar to Huawei.
Okay, cool. So a lot of work for me right now.
yeah, I can see that now.
I want to bring back to the things that you mentioned just now, Maznan. I hear that you mentioned that Unifi Business is also putting a lot of effort in coming out with a certain POC, the proof of concept, that would be suitable for the local manufacturers in Malaysia to adopt. How does this work? This POC is that the SMEs would need to purchase the proof of concept to adopt it, or the Unifi Business is customized to the SMEs, or is a standard thing? Can you brief us more about that?
Sure. I think this is a selected case studies or things that we do with our partners, because like I said just now, we are aggregating all the solutions. And when we say that it's a selected program, it's not for all. It's based on the engagement that we already have with them, series of discussion. Then we can see the real intention or things that they wanted to embark on, and definitely they have to put their interest in intention, like LOI. If we prove the case study or the things that they wanted to accept, they wanted to do, so they have to honor the things and then start embarking. Otherwise, we're going to do like series of POC over and over again without a real intention by our potential customers. So normally we don't name it as POC anymore, but rather go towards proof of value. So concept-wise, yeah, you can understand about the concept, right? But when you put that into practice, you can start seeing the impact, the benefits, and things like that. Then only you can see the value of adopting that implementation. So it's a very selected program where you can always contact us. We are also working with Huawei to do this POV. We have done, I guess, less than 10 POV to date. We have helped a few manufacturing companies who wanted to see the real things beyond just basic data collection, together with our OEE, the predictive analytics, the AI-driven, not only decision making, but also enhancing the total ecosystem and also the supply and demand. So things like that, we are doing part of that POV. So yeah, I welcome also the fellow SMEs who wanted to talk more on that. But of course, it's a very limited space to do this because it's going to involve the design thinking, the workshop, to understand what you wanted to achieve and what sort of key objective of KPI you wanted to do in terms of not only the ROI, the efficiency, availability, and whatnot. You need to set that first and looking into the elements to run that POC or POV. So yeah, you are most welcome if you wanted to get to know more on that. Thank you.
Yeah. Now, I really like what you mentioned just now, that you don't call it as POC anymore, but as a POV, because the Industry Forward Readiness Assessment Program, that they get the assessment report, always assessor would put forward a POC, proof of concept. And this proof of concept is that what are the potential areas that you can actually adopt technology, where can you put sensor, where can you do the connectivity. That's a POC. But there is a very minimal information about how does this POC turn into a real value. I think that is very, very important, because that only when the company's top management can see the value, then they will actually invest their money and invest their time in it. But if it's only a POC, a lot of time it's only the technical people who is looking at it, but the business people might not be able to appreciate it. Okay, now, before we continue, we still have some time. I would like my team to share. We also have to help the government. I want my team to share the events or the roadshow by the MITI and their agency to promote the Industry 4.0. Okay, the other one first, Ivan, the other one first, the roadshow. Ivan? Okay. Just now, Maznan, you did mention that the you have people in Sabah as well, do consultation and so forth. So invite them to come over. They might be able to help some SMEs as well. Now, MITI and its agency and SME Malaysia actually is having a nationwide roadshow. Most of the roadshow places will be there as well. And the coming one would be on the 13th of July, 9 a.m. at this Seri Sempurna Raya Hotel, Kota Kinabalu. Now, what will happen is that the government agencies from the central head of HQ and also the branches will be sharing the insights about whichever programs, policy, incentive, and for those who are embarking or already embarked into the journey and you'll face some any issues, you also can get some consultation from there. Okay, and also an unofficial invitation also is that yesterday I had a meeting with MITI and they are also planning something. They are also planning something on the 5th of July. 5th of July at the Dorset Hotel, Subang. Okay, that again, we welcome the SME to participate. I do not have the detailed information yet, once I have the detailed information, we will be able to share with all the participants. Okay, and this today is the 9th series of our web forum. Okay, and next 2 weeks, we would have our final finale of our Smart Forward web forum for the season 1. Okay, I would say that as a season 1. Hopefully, we will have a season 2. Maybe the format will be different. And the topic that we will be talking about would be Industry 4.0 Smart Manufacturing, from uncertainty to unleashing the manufacturing full potential. And what will we have? We will have our Smart Forward Industry 4.0 drivers addresses industry. And we will also have the business strategy personnel from the K-Foil Insulation Malaysia. I believe that this company is in Penang or Seberang Pride. They have embarked into the Industry 4 and they have already benefited from that. So again, we would like to get this company to share with us how have they done it, what are the challenges, how to select the solution provider, what are the performance that they enjoy, and so forth. So please do register. And I again would like to request everyone that if you feel that you have already benefited from our forum, please do share it to your friends and associates, because again, Smart Forward is not a company. Smart Forward is just a collaborative initiative that we pool the resources, everyone, to be able to share with you. And a lot of time, effort has been put into it, and we want more people to benefit from it. So if you have any friends and businesses that relevant to Industry 4.0, please do share with them. Ask them to participate in our forum. Now, come back to our discussion over here. Now, it is already like the 40 minutes after 11. I want to get the Encik Maznan to tell us now, for the SMEs right now, with the limited budget, limited resources in terms of the talent, limited resources of the financial, what would be the best manner to start the journey? Where should they go and how should they go about it? Encik Maznan.
Thank you, Kentai. I guess we have covered in terms of the challenges, the things that our fellow SMEs out there feel that what they need to do in terms of embarking into smart manufacturing journey, right? So if you go back to, if you were to ask me, what would be the steps to embark on this journey that would be most suitable and affordable for them? First, invest in learning. This is part of the program that we are doing. This is already the 9th series. Thank you, Kentai, for arranging this to share about the latest advancement in smart manufacturing ideas. We get together, listen for the strategy, things that we can do for our own organization. So learn. This is very cheap. Spend your time only. You don't have to pay, right? Today, I'm not sure whether I can charge you for this.
No, it's all free. All free.
Okay. Number 2, it's important for you to have clear blueprint and strategy to embark on your digitalization journey. If you do not know how to do that digital transformation journey, do contact your fellow Smart Forward colleagues. So we have local experts, if not the world class, but they have done it. They have gone through the process. They have done the readiness assessment. So you can get in touch with these people to help you to construct or develop your blueprint in terms of your smart manufacturing journey. Number 3, before you embark, you have to prioritize. Set your priority, what you wanted to achieve. It could be a small thing that you wanted to start first, right? It could be something that really bother you, the challenge that you have faced over the years. And with this technological advancement, they can fix that problem. So you have to prioritize what you wanted to do and achieve. And then the next is, after you have done that prioritization, you have to start embark. This is need a bold move. The buy-in that I said just now, do the cost benefit analysis, and you have to start looking into executing that strategy. After that, after a while, could be a certain period, you need to assess whether you have achieved your primary objective to embark on that journey or not. And after you have that assessment, definitely you will see some things that have gone into things that you expected to be and something that's not working, right? Fix that problem and then continue that journey. And after a while, you can start to scale it up. When you wanted to scale it up, there you can come again to ask the advisor or the people that has helped you to construct or develop your strategy or blueprint. Ask them, how can I go, I mean, in terms of the size of the implementation or the new areas or new things you wanted to achieve, what sort of new solutions that I can put in so that you align with your blueprint. Last but not least, I guess it's important for us to associate ourselves with a like-minded community like this, to collaborate, to understand where to go further from where we are now. So I think that could be something that you can start less expensive, something that's like very practical, that you can start small and then start to reap that benefit and then go big the moment you see the real value of it. And that.
Okay, thank you, Maznan. Kwan, anything to share on any advice to the SME to start their journey? Because with limited budget, with limited talent and so forth, what would be the most practical way, some advices to start on?
Okay, so I agree with just now Encik Maznan. Of course, first need to invest in the learning. So the workforce with the modern skill set required to interact, to cooperate between the human and machine, right? So the skill set on this, the workforce is the first thing to need to be invested. Then secondly is the readiness to rapid technology changes, right? So we understand the technology are changing, keep changing the emerging. So we need to up to the path to adopt all these kind of new technology changes. Then I think this is the two main things.
Okay, good. Now, what I can gather from Maznan is that Maznan actually make it very, very, very clear. Now, first we need to learn more about being abreast in terms of the development of the whole ecosystem. Number two, having the blueprint for your digital transformation. If you do not know what you want, you do not know what to look for. Okay, it's very, very important. Maybe my recommendation would be you might want to set up a very small two to four people kind of the digital transformation committee across division. Okay, and then set your priority. Now, no one can do everything at once, especially for SMEs. We cannot be dreaming too big that I wanted to revolutionize the whole operation. But I would say that for SMEs, we can go through an evolution, meaning that improve part by part is also possible, because if we improve part by part, the risk is lower and you can see the benefit from one area, and slowly you can re-strategize to see how you learn from the mistake, learn from what you have not done before, and improve on that. That makes a lot of sense for the SMEs scenario. And to need to take action now, this is very important. Thank you very much for Maznan to actually mention this now. So many SMEs have gone to the web forum, seminar, roadshow, and so forth. But many of us is that once we know this, we go back and say, oh, it's good, Industry 4 is good. But there's no action at all, and you won't go anywhere. You at least need to do something, at least that contact some service provider or apply for some certain grants or whatever to start on a certain initiative. Start something small, whatever it is, you need to start to be putting this industry as part of your business agenda and a business strategy. And to assess the performance is that but if you do not know whether you perform or not, you wouldn't know whether you want to continue to invest in it or not. And of course, to scale out, and to have more collaboration to understand. So these are the key. So I really hope that the SMEs, if you still skeptical in terms of whether you want to move forward or you don't know how to move forward, don't let that kind of the issues disturb your mind anymore. Take some action. And I want to take this opportunity to thank you very much, all the Smart Forward Industry 4.0 drivers over there. Okay, because they have promised me to share, and they have actually did that and go beyond what they have promised me, that they actually offered a lot of the free consultation to the SMEs, whereby that they do not know what to do. And I know some of the companies, industry drivers, that they even go to the company, go to look, send their people to look into the operation, your processes, and then tell you what are the possible things that you can do, what are the things that you can wait, what are the things that you need to do immediately, where can you get the benefit of funds, so that you can actually embark. And there's no commitment for you to actually take their services. And that I have to thank you, all the industry drivers, a lot, because we need to be selfless in terms of this initiative. And Maznan has actually mentioned very well is that it is a collaborative effort, that no one can do everything by themselves. Okay, and the Smart Forward industry drivers have come together with that single value that we wanted to contribute to the community. Of course, that I hope that one day I will be able to involve in that business as well. I'm still learning, but I'm still an SME transformation and a branding consultant. So we will continue our effort, but in order for us to continue our effort, we will need your support. We will need you to continuously to attend to our events, and so that we know that we are doing the right thing and the things that we are doing has a value. With that, I thank you very much, because there's no question over there. Is there any questions? No questions over there. So with that, I would like to thank you again, Maznan, for your sincere sharing. I have to say that this is a very sincere sharing from the heart. I can see that it's not about doing business at all. It's about how can we get things grow, get things moving. And Huawei has invested a lot of time, a lot of technology, a lot of sharing. I can see that throughout a lot of platforms, whether it's just by being a speaker or sharing that technology to be tested and so forth, Huawei have done a lot to support Malaysian to be advanced. And I truly hope that one day, before we started this session, I actually mooted an idea, and I told Kwan is that maybe one day we can actually arrange a trip to China, co-organized with Huawei, that will bring us to China to look at how the SMEs in China actually embark into the Industry 4.0. That would be one of my goals for 2022. So hopefully I can materialize that. And I really hope that Kwan would put an effort to support this. And we, and especially those who are here, would be having the privilege to benefit from it. So thank you very much, Ms. Kwan. Any comment from what I mentioned or not? Over commitment, Kwan. Okay,
to be discussed further.
To be discussed further. Okay. So we will set the meeting to discuss very soon. And again, thank you all the participants. I always love having you all together. And we shall meet again in the next 2 weeks for our 10th web forum series, and it would be the final web forum series for the season 1. And Heng Teck over here, managing consultant for BizSphere, and the key initiator for the Smart Forward, signing off. And thank you very much, and I will see you next 2 weeks. Thank you very much.
Thanks everyone. Stay safe.
Thank you.